Hi friends, it's Atem here. Welcome back to my channel. I'm sorry if I sound a little bit different. I'm a little bit under the weather right now, but hopefully by the time you see this video, I should be well. So in today's video, I just want to discuss different ways in which we can take back time during the day, and especially during the weekday. As you all know, it's very important to work smarter and not harder. So the main reason why I'm making this video is because I know we all have 24 hours in our day, and even though we have 24 hours, we also have different responsibilities. Some of us are full-time workers. I know there are some of you watching that may be full-time students. You have family, you have friends, you have your side hustles, you have different hobbies that you're juggling with throughout the day, and it may seem like at the end of the day all you do is the same task, XYZ boring tasks, and you sleep and wake up and you repeat, and you kind of want to find more time or extra time in the day to take back that time in order to do other things that are more fun. And so this video, I will just be sharing my top 5 tips that has been working for me the last couple months, because I know the last 2 years especially has been the years where I always try to juggle different things. So stay tuned, sit back and relax if you want to listen to my top 5 tips. Here we go. So the very first point is delegating or outsourcing, and I have always preached this, especially on my Instagram page, and I always would tell you, if there is somebody that can do this task better than you and even faster, and more especially if it's a task that you're not really willing to do but it's an important task that needs to be done, then I definitely advise delegating. So an example could be like your household chores, like even cleaning or cooking, or even any other thing that you know needs to be done. Sometimes I do recommend things like a virtual assistant, which is something that I also use for my businesses, or even a PA. For those of you who think that you really need it in order to get your stuff moving, because at the end of the day, if you don't delegate, you're not going to be able to take this extra time for yourself to do what you actually love, and will even get you more productive. Again, we're all talking about the value of time, and we're also talking about opportunity cost. So if it's even going to cost you less to outsource, so for example, if it's going to cost you like $100 to have somebody clean your house for 2 hours, you can use those 2 extra hours to do something that could be more productive and even bring you more money. So that's how I see delegating and outsourcing. So if it's something that you have been considering, I would highly encourage you to do that, because you would end up realizing that you are going to spend more time doing other things that you love, and even more things that you are more passionate about. So the very second point is your shopping. So I always like to encourage online shopping or using curbside when you're doing grocery shopping. Hello, it's 2021 right now, and most people don't even go to malls. Malls are closing. A lot of stores are closing, even though, I mean, it depends on who you ask, but whenever I go to grocery stores, it's always really packed, especially when I go in the weekends. But especially I'm talking about during the weekday, unless you really like to go to the stores. So unless it's a very essential item where I cannot wait until the weekend to go and get it, or I cannot wait for my 2 days Amazon Prime shipping, then I'm going to go to the store. But I do realize that every time I went to the store, I go to the store during the weekday, I end up spending so much time, because sometimes I'm going to be walking through aisles to say, oh, is there something that I need that I did not write in my list? Or, oh, let's see what sales they have right now in the store, or if there's any thing that I can get for inspiration to buy, and just to buy and come and keep and let it either spoil or you never use it. So I just think that one of the best ways is to either online shop or get the curbside. The curbside for groceries has really been life-changing for me, especially when I want to shop during the weekday, because I'm just going to put everything in my cart and then just go pack at the corner of the store, and they bring it and put it in the trunk of my car, and I'm gone. I literally don't spend that much. That way also you only get to buy what you need, and you're avoiding buying unnecessary things and also spending more time in the process. So that's the second point. You guys should also keep that in mind. And please, before I go to the third, fourth and fifth point, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. I'm looking to build my community on YouTube here, and I'll be very excited for you guys. If you've been able to watch this video and if you're finding it valuable so far, then please make sure you're subscribing. So the very third point is to make sure that you're tracking your time spent doing different tasks during the week. This is very helpful because it also ensures that you are spending a good amount of time and not too much time or not too little time for the task that you need to do. And it also makes sure that you're very effective with your time in planning and in executing all of your tasks. I noticed that sometimes I spend more time watching TV, for example, like than I need to do during the week. And so when I track the time and I realize that, oh my God, I have spent like 5 hours in front of the TV after work when I should have been reading this book or doing something, you know, or working on my hobbies or anything, basically, literally. I do realize that that really helps me and put a lot of things into perspective. I know there are different apps out there that you can use to track time. I mostly use my smartphone, which is very easy nowadays. Everybody can use their smartphone to track your time. You can also use different artificial intelligence apps, or like the Alexa, for example. I have an Alexa which I use a lot to track time, so that's another good point. So it's something to keep that in mind as well. Track your time, make sure you're not spending so much time on unnecessary tasks or tasks that can not add anything to your productivity, and at the end of the day you're gonna feel so unproductive and you will wish you had all of that time back. So the very fourth point is to prioritize your tasks. So this obviously cannot be overemphasized. Sometimes there are so many things on your to-do list and you're just gonna be like, okay, what am I going to prioritize today? What I usually do is every day I have at least 3 tasks that I know they are non-negotiables for me. I have to do these 3. So even if I have 7 things on my to-do list for that day, I'm going to do my top 3, and I always base it based on deadlines and priorities, right? If it's something that's going to cost me more, if I do it later versus if I do it now, then I'll do it now to prevent the cost of doing it later. Also, if it's something that's due, for example, if your taxes are due, and you have to file your taxes, obviously you'll be filing it now and keeping other things for later. And also you have to think about what you need right now, right? So for example, if you're running out of milk or food, it's something that you'd rather go for grocery shopping versus if you're running out of dryer sheets. I think that's a very bad example, but obviously according to this example you can see that I would hold off on getting dryer sheets. I can obviously use the earlier point and get it from Amazon or wait until the weekend, but I cannot wait until the weekend to eat food if I'm running out of food. So those are examples of ways you can prioritize your time. Like, ask what matters to you most at that moment, and that's what you should be doing. And the last but not the least point is batching similar tasks together. And I really learned about this when I was reading the Atomic Habits book, and this has been very helpful for me. So for example, if you are going to have dinner and your kitchen is dirty and you know you have to clean your kitchen after dinner and maybe mop the floor, rather than wasting so much time doing dinner and then maybe going out somewhere and changing to another task and coming to clean the kitchen counter and change to another task and coming to mop the kitchen floor, it's just better to batch all of them together. That way you're going to save a lot of time because you're already in that space and you're ready to do everything there and then. Batching tasks will also really make sure that you're concentrated in that particular workflow, so you're able to be more effective with finishing that and maybe going on to another task or even taking a break and relaxing. So those are the top 5 tips that I have, and again, I'm really sorry about my voice for this video. I am a little bit under the weather and I'm hoping that I get better soon so that I will be able to create more videos like this for you all. And like I said, this was a very short video and I hope you like this video. I would encourage all of you watching to always constantly reflect. It is through reflection that I was able to come up with points like this and see how I can better take back time during the day, especially during the weekday. That way I have time to do other things, and it has been really tremendous. It's offered me a lot of help in the last couple months. If you like videos like this, please make sure you're subscribing to my channel. Don't forget to thumbs up. Leave in the comment section how you are planning to take back time during your day, and if there's any of these points that you've already been practicing, if there's any point that I do not mention that you like to share to all of us to help all of us, I'm very open to receiving extra points because I will be really happy to take back a lot of time during the day. That way I'm able to do more things or even have more time to relax. You know, life is too short. We need time to relax, rejuvenate, and look fresh all the time. If you haven't watched any of my previous videos, please make sure you do so. I will leave some of them right now in the screen for you to click on and watch. Thank you so much for watching. When you click on these videos, I will see you on the other side. If not, stay tuned for my next video. Bye bye.